Hello and welcome on 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Time to look into the world of sports. A lot of stories here and there, but right now we'll be starting from the home scene, talking about league football. Well, it started over there in Bayelsa. Right now, the hammer of IMC has actually fallen on them now. Well, before we do that, let me welcome the guests in the studio. Olawale Peters, good to have you.
Good morning, Adeni. It's my pleasure to be here. What happened? It's like this morning, the smile is unusual.
Maybe because of the fine. Anyway, the first story, IMC hammer fall on Bayelsa United and also Elkanemi Warriors, especially on Bayelsa United. Right now, the match they played last, they had issue because one of their fans attacked the match official, and that has actually generated where IMC had to quickly react. And you remember, IMC said they would deduct 3 points from any club found wanting. Now, let's look at IMC ruling on Bayelsa United before we talk about Elkanemi. In the memo conveyed Bayelsa United sanctions, the club was charged for breaches of Rule B821 and C11 and also B1352 for failure to provide adequate security for match officials during and after the match. Contrary to Rule B821, Bayelsa United was fined the sum of 1 million and another 500,000 for failure to ensure the restriction of access by unauthorized persons to all restricted areas. The IMC directed the deducting of 3 points and 3 goals from the accumulated goals of Bayelsa United for the assault on a match official and ordered the club to pay a fine of 250,000 naira, being a compensatory payment to the assaulted assistant referee Ojele Ebenezer. The club has also been ordered to ensure the immediate prosecution of one Mr. Joseph Sidoha, aka One Man Riot, for carrying out the assault on a match official and furnish the legal and compliance department of the MPFL with verifiable evidence of the prosecution. While the said Joseph Sidoha has been banned for a period of 1 year from all MPFL-related activities, Samson Sassia Stadium has been closed indefinitely to fans. The IMC directed that the stadium closure shall be in place until adequate and verifiable security measures, including written guarantees to the MPFL to prosecute any person found to create disturbances in the course of your home matches, are put in place. The club, however, retained the option within 48 hours in accordance with Rule 626 to submit to the decision or elect to appear before a disciplinary panel. What's the way to go?
A good way to go. I think it's a good reaction from the IMC this time around. The sad incident occurred on Wednesday, and today is Friday, and they've already done their investigation, and the penalty and the sanction has been made known. This is what we are looking for when it comes to Nigerian Professional Football League. The fan also has been identified. Unlike before, there is an unknown supporter. They don't know how it goes.
Now we have a name.
So now we have a name, we have a face to it. So that is what we need. Let them know that if you commit an infraction, this is the penalty, and there's no going back on the penalty. We saw what happens to Kano Pillars. They are paying for it now, fighting playing from the NNL. Now, Bayelsa United, I don't know how they're going to really escape relegation. That's the truth. Currently now, they've played only 5 matches. They won 1, they drew 2, they lost 2. They are having only 5 points. Now, 3 points will be deducted from the 5 points that they are having. So that will take them to 2 points, bottom of the table, with Wiki Torres, who is having the same 2 points.
And they also deduct 3 goals.
Yes, 3 goals also. So that means they will get 2 points, and the goal difference that they are having will be less. So that means they're going to be they will be at the bottom of the table. So that means they have to fight tooth and nail to really do what. And time has gone. Not that time is going. Time has gone.
5 matches.
5 matches already has gone. From how many matches are they going to play? And they're able to win 1 from the 5 matches. Now the home advantage that they are enjoying,
it's no longer there.
They're not enjoying it again. It's no longer there. So I think this is a good way to start, and it should continue, so it will serve as a lesson to others that have the same motive to do that. If I do this, this is what will happen. And how is it going to work? It's going to work that the management, the state government, and even the supporters of the club, they will be careful of what they are to do or what their supporters will do during the game. If you do this, it will cost our team 3 points. and losing 3 points in this abridged league that you are playing only 18 matches, take it or leave it. We can't escape it. So everybody will be careful of what. That is what we are talking about. An infraction and sanction. No need of wasting too much time. It's so unfortunate that Bayelsa United, that the state government has really spent a lot of money to motivate and to encourage to get to this situation. They allow, should I call it negligence? Because before the fan that they call woman riot,
who actually ran riots and put them in trouble.
Alone, also, before he attacked the assistant referee, the match official, it's not something that he just stood up.
He didn't disappear and landed there.
Exactly.
I'm sure he walked close.
He walked towards that side. He would have been making some comments before he went to attack the referee. So that means there's an opportunity of people around him to do what? To stop him from doing that. So that's what we are talking about. But now, with this sanction coming heavily on Bayelsa United, apart from the 3 points and the 30 goals, they're still going to pay a fine.
Everything now is about 1.750.
So I think that's why you are smiling, because money is coming to the NFL, which you are one of the.
Oh my goodness.
That means the money, they are still going to pay. They're going to lose two things. Financially, they're going to lose. Then when it comes to playing also, they're going to lose.
Because they won't be playing at home.
And they will not play at home again. I think this is a very good one. So that everybody will know that going out there to watch a match, we are secure. The security is there. Each team, they have to put the adequate security in place to be sure that no life is threatening on or off the pitch during the game. A good one from the IMC.
From the way it is right now, IMC we are really wielding the big hammer against MPFL clubs that actually err against all the rules that are being placed down there. Well, for Bayelsa United, that's just the beginning of wisdom right now. One-man riot has cost them a lot right now because 3 points, 3 goals, and they will pay a fine of over 1.7. That's just 1.750,000 that they will be paying. Well, from the way it is, not only Bayelsa United, although Elkanemi Warriors, they are always about their stadium. Let's look at the IMC ruling on Elkanemi Warriors. In the case of Elkanemi Warriors, the attention of the club management was drawn to the state of the playing pitch and security breach investigation, reminding the club of an earlier correspondence and an ongoing review of the provisional approval granted for the Elkanemi Stadium, and advised therein to restrict the use of the stadium to only football activities. The IMC urged the club to prepare to relocate to an alternate ground, as recent assessment of the playing pitch shows that the present condition is still far from ideal. You are therefore expected to take more expedient steps to improve the quality of the playing pitch. Coming from IMC to Elkanemi now, you are further advised to notify the league secretariat of your preferred alternate ground in the interim to act as a safeguard in the events that you are unable to carry out adequate improvement to the playing pitch of the Elkanemi Stadium within stipulated time. The IMC wrote in the memo to the club. On the alleged security breach, IMC informed Elkanemi that it has commenced investigation into reports of your most recent home game, and pending the outcome of the investigation, you are hereby ordered to play your future home games strictly under closed door.
A good one. That's the truth, and it shows that the IMC, they are really monitoring the event. They are monitoring the event, and they are not waiting for a longer period before they
react. Yes.
Before they come after all the teams. If this happens today, in the next 48 hours, you get a response from them.
At least these matches play on Sunday
and Wednesday, and less than a week. And for the first time, we are seeing the good things coming from the NFF arm. They didn't set up a committee to look into what caused the security breach. They didn't set up a committee to look into the reason why the woman rioted against an official. So that shows if you want to do something, if you want to get it right in this country, we know what to do and how to go about it. This is a signal they are sending to all other clubs that you have to get it right. Now, the first one about Bayelsa United is about their supporter attacking a match official. Now, for the Elkanemi, it's not about the supporter attacking the match official. It's about them not putting their playing pitch in the right order based on the agreement they both had before the commencement of the season. Then number 2, breach of security. They are not allowing the security to be breached totally before they come after them. It's like they've noticed that, oh, we've allowed this to happen. Why did you allow this to happen? Come and explain so that you can guide against the future occurrence. Like I said, for the first time, I think we are having hope when it comes to Nigerian Professional Football League, that things are getting right. I just hope and I pray this is not what I called the other time initial gra-gra, that you said I should explain the reason and the meaning of initial gra-gra, so that it's not they're trying to impress us because they came in newly and because of the bad impression we had about the previous executive of the NFF and the IMC. They're now coming that, okay, let's give it. They should keep on the good work.
Maintain that level.
They should even improve on it on weekly, monthly basis. Before you know it, in the next 1 year now, the Nigerian Professional Football League will go back to the olden days that me and you every Saturday will prefer to watch our own league than watching the Premier League or the Bundesliga and what have you.
From the way it is right now, IMC, Interim Management Committee, trying to do their best to make sure Nigerian football gets better. Well, for Bayelsa United, they just have to do everything to make sure all their fans that could be unruly stop it, because right now, one-man riot has actually put them in trouble. Well, for Elkanemi, they need to do something by informing IMC concerning their next pitch that they'll be playing their games, or they have to fix that particular Elkanemi stadium. Giving you updates concerning IMC ruling about MPFL midweek matches that was played on Wednesday. And now let's talk about the under-20. Yes, the one they call Flying Eagles. They'll be playing against Junior Chipolo Polo of Zambia today. That game also come up on Saturday, but right now it has been brought forward, and they'll be fighting at the MKO Bayelsa Stadium. And that particular game is at least a kind of a test game for the two teams, because both of them will be playing at the under-17 AFCON. But the good thing is that they need to at least run themselves before Zambia will be going to Senegal to also play against them. Yeah,
a good one for the 7 times African champion. I'm talking about our own Flying Eagles, who have been doing very well when it comes to this particular competition. And I think they've played about 3 matches the last 1 or 2 months, and which they've scored 17 goals in 3 matches. So that means when it comes to the to goal scoring, we don't really have a problem. Okay, and we won the Wafu B competition also. So our aim now, our target now, is to go to Egypt for this AFCON under-20 competition and make it to the semi-final so that we can qualify for the World Cup. That's the truth. And you don't change a winning team. We have a team already that they blended, they work together as a team. That's the truth. I think we should continue to progress with the players we have. The players have camped in Abuja for over a month now. They've been in Abuja for over a month. They've been playing some Lafia Select. They played some other clubs also, which they did very well. We should just keep it up. We should not underrate any team at all. Then they should play safe. They should play to avoid injury. This is not a do or die affair for them. It's a friendly match. So what the coach just needs to look at is to see how he can tweak his tactics. Look at, what went wrong when we played the Wafu, because the fact that you won the competition doesn't mean you are the best team. That's the truth. Then playing these friendly matches, the friendly match also today, will give you an insight on how your team would look like when it gets to the real competition. I think it's a very good one. Nadambusa has been doing a very good job, fantastic job when it comes to this under-20.
Under-20 team there, Flying Eagles playing against Junior Chipolo Polo today at the MKO Bayelsa Stadium. That game will start by 3 p.m. as recorded by the media officer, that is Usman Abdallah there. Well, from the way it is, we just hope that under-20 will do well at the AFCON and also come back with that trophy. Let's go international now as we talk about Real Madrid reducing the gap between them and Barcelona as we were able to defeat Valencia. 2-0, good one for Vini Jr. Really, Real Madrid, they answered back and they replied after Barcelona actually extended it to 8. Now they draw it back to 5. Yeah, they draw it back to 5, and it's a very good one, and they should still keep the momentum. I know it's not easy for you to remain on top of your game. That's the truth. And if you are successful in life, you have more enemies than someone that is already condemned as a failure. That is the truth. So you'll be the team that everybody wants to beat. Real Madrid, they are the team that everybody wants to beat. The first half was 0-0.
So it's like, well, what's going to happen? Is it going to be 0-0, or there's going to be a surprise Valencia who is who is in the, I think they are currently 13th on the.
They are really not doing well this season.
They are 13th currently on the table, and within 2 minutes, that's within 52 and 55 seconds. Sorry, 3 minutes. Within 52 and 55 seconds, Real Madrid, they got 2 goals. So that's what happens when you are playing with a champion, that you don't give them any room to operate, because the goal can come from anywhere. And if you look at that second goal, it shows that Vinicius Junior, you still have the pace. I can't really recall very well, sincerely. If you ask me to choose between him and Mbappe.
The speed, right?
The speed between both of them, because if you look at that the second goal, when he got the through pass from the middle of the pitch, I was like, wow, it will be difficult for the defender
to hold him down.
The best thing you can do is to foul him before he gets to box 18. And he did something very fantastic. He pushed the ball ahead of himself.
So that he will have time to
that was what he did yesterday. It really paid off. 2 new good one. Let's see what happened between them and Barcelona. I'm sure Barcelona too, they're not going to lose any sleep over their leading that. We are leading them with 5 points. Anything can still happen. They still have about 18 matches to play. They've played 20 matches currently right now. So let's see how it happens. But it's a very good one for the Real Madrid.
For Real Madrid, the one they call the Los Merengues, the Whites, really. The Galacticos trying to close the gap there against the Blaugrana. Barcelona, big fight there in the La Liga, where the 2 big boys are really fighting for who will win this league. But right now, Barcelona seems to be having an edge, because they are leading with 5 points after Real Madrid dropped it back from 8 points after defeating Valencia there. Good one there. Now, let's talk about another team that couldn't follow. They didn't copy Roma, because Roma lost in their own against Cremonese. Juventus replying big against Lazio. It was a good one. They edged Lazio in Turin, the Italia Coppa Italia result.
Yeah, I think the old ladies, they needed more than anybody else. After they got 15 points deducted from their points from Serie A, they need something to really motivate themselves. And their last 3 matches, 3 games before this match, they've not won. They lost 2, they drew 1. So this is something that they really need to motivate themselves. So now they've crossed the hurdle of the quarterfinal. They are playing in the semi-final. They are playing against Inter Milan. So that's going to be a match. In fact, I call it final before final, because whoever wins between Juventus and Inter Milan in their semi-final is more likely to beat whoever wins between Cremonese and Fiorentina, who are playing their own second leg of the semi-final. So I think this is something that the old ladies really need to really hold on to. At least let them touch a trophy this season, because Scudetto is totally out. It's totally out currently now. It's totally out currently now. But if they can still improve on their performance, there's still opportunity for them to still play in Europe next season. Because if you look at them currently now, they are currently 13th on the log table. And the points...
Deducted?
No, not the point. After the point deducted, they're second before, but now they are 13th on the log table. And the difference between them in terms of points, between the 13th place Juventus and Udinese, is just 6 points. It's 23 to 29 points. They're having 23, Udinese is having 29 points. So what they just need to do is continue winning. So if you're having 6 points and you still have about 14 matches to play, that means you still have hope to qualify to play in Europe next season. So that shows that they are fighting on two fronts. The Coppa Italia, they are trying to see, let's make it to the final or win the trophy. And also for the Serie A table, let's see if you can play in Europe next season. It's not going to be easy on them, but I think they have what it takes to really win it. So, and that yesterday's match also, you can see the dedication, the motivation in them. That one knew that the only goal they scored yesterday, it doesn't come easy, because the Lazio really gave it to them that, no, are you not the one that deducted 15 points from?
We can do this against you guys.
But they really show that they still have the experience. Their coach also made some tactical changes yesterday. Because when the pattern they are playing before, they started with this 3-5-2, but it doesn't really work for them. The last year, I really give them a good counter attack, but they are more defensive. He has to change it when they came for the second half. So that really, really played, and that's why you normally say that if you are a coach, you don't need to go into a game with only one pattern or one style. If A is not working, go to B. If B is not working, go to C. And that's what paid them up yesterday.
Now, when you look at football in Europe, for this is the top 5 league, it seems Napoli Arsenal, and look at Barcelona, PSG, then Bayern in Germany. Of all these 5, Napoli seems to stand out with the way they've really moved ahead of other clubs when it comes to point.
Well, I won't say that, if not because of what happened to Juventus, in which they deducted 15 points. If not, the difference between Juventus and Napoli is about 5 points before they got 15 points deducted, and now made Inter to now be second, in which they are leading with about 12 points. So based on that, I will not agree. To me, take it or leave it. I'm very, very sure you will smile and be happy to hear this. In all the teams in Europe, I will give it to Arsenal.
Good one.
Because they've done very well. That's the truth. Nobody believed or expected Arsenal to still hold on to that first position up to this point. And they are leading with how many points? 5 points. And we're talking about the most competitive league in the world, where anything can happen at any time. So as far as I'm concerned, if you ask me, as of today, Arsenal, they're the best team in Europe.
Oh my goodness, Arsenal fans out there, maybe you should just give him some clap for the fact that I actually appreciate that. Well, coming from a Chelsea fan, it's not easy. Well, let's go to the last one, but this one has to do with Mason Greenwood. Well, Greenwood right now, charges of attempted rape and assault dropped. That news broke yesterday, and a lot of people have been talking concerning Mason Greenwood. Some are saying, well, is it that because let's look at Manchester United's statement first for concerning this particular. Manchester United knows the decision of the Crown Prosecution Service that all charges against Mason Greenwood have been dropped. The club will now conduct its own process before determining next steps. We will not make any further comment until that process is complete. Greenwood will not return to training as the club conducts their investigation. Now, my question is, it is now the Man United want to start their own investigation. He won't be coming to training.
Honestly, I'm not expecting this from Manchester United.
Exactly.
As far as I'm concerned, I think this is time that they need to rally around him. They need to give him the necessary support. What investigation do they want to do after the prosecution have concluded their own investigation and all charges have been dropped against him? Take it or leave it. That statement, as far as I'm concerned, is demoralizing even to Mason Greenwood himself. That's the truth. Whatever happened outside the court, if it is something they settle out of court or what have you, in the eyes of law, he is not guilty. That's the truth. We are all human. And mind you, what they call rape over there is not the rape in its real sense. It may be probably something that we joke with in this. If we are to look at the content of their own rape in UK
far
or
higher.
in Europe and use the same method, yardstick in Nigeria, all of us will be rapists too. Because some things you just say casually, take it or leave it.
It doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that over there. So that's what I think really happened. And we're talking about his girlfriend. And the girlfriend also, she refused to testify against him.
But there were pictures where blood actually was seen on
the
the body
picture
of the lady.
wasn't uploaded by the girlfriend.
Okay.
It wasn't the girlfriend that uploaded the pictures. So, you know, there's a lot of conspiracy when it comes to issues like this.
Of course, we know.
Probably someone is trying to blackmail someone. Probably Mason Greenwood, they are trying to blackmail him, or even the girlfriend, or someone is telling the girlfriend that use this opportunity to get money or to make money from. And the girl is like, I'm in love with him. Whatever happened, it happens between us. Now,
but we've seen situations where some African players, I'm not talking about Greenwood is from England, some African players, where we've seen that by the time some of them have even gone to jail. In fact, let me say black players. Yes, Greenwood is also black, but one way or the other, especially those ones that come from Africa, their own rape case is always, the way it's done is so rapid, it's so straight, no time to waste, and judgment will just come.
No, well, like I said earlier on, our own mentality here is different from their own mentality over there. Let's take this or leave it. No place like home. Those people, what stopped them from coming to Nigeria and marry in Nigeria and let them go over there?
They are applying their trade as a footballer there.
They are applying their trade as a footballer there. Doesn't mean they should apply their marriage life.
What if they are set up too?
You said what?
What if they are also set up?
Then why do you allow yourself to be set up? Now, you are living the shore of this country. Take it or leave it. See, I don't want to say this because the truth is these UK or European people, they do not like us like we think that they like us. If they are giving you an opportunity to earn a living, it's because they don't have a choice or they are getting something from you. That's the truth. So once you know that you are getting this opportunity, not because they like you or they want you to be there, because you deserve to be there, or they don't have someone better than you to do that particular job. When it comes to player, for example, some of them, they come to Africa to get their players, but they get us very cheap. So when you get there, you don't need to allow their own mentality to come to your own mentality, and you start living your life in line with their own life, their own culture. No. There are a lot of things that are even an harassment. The way you are looking at me now, I can go and report you that you are looking at me sexually, and based on that, I'll file a case of rape against you. If I touch you maybe on your shoulder or something that...
I will usually claim because you are a Chelsea fan, you're angry with me because...
So I think the case of the black, of being black, we can't rule that one out of it. They have their own sentiment when it comes to their own. In fact, the case of Missing Greenwood, a lot of people were saying yesterday that, oh, so this case is still on, because the British media, nobody said anything about the case the way they are talking about the Mendy case. Let's use that as an example. So they don't talk. So they know how to protect them. You know, I've said it here, and I'll say it again. They know how to protect their own. Let us also protect our own.
Okay.
Protect our own. Protect ourselves, and let's make our own country also be conducive enough for us, so that the way we move out of this country will be, let them be the one coming to beg us that please now come and play for us now. Please now come and play for us. No, we don't want to play for you because our Nigerian Professional Football League is far better than yours.
Good one there, giving you updates concerning those stories that we just rolled out for you there. 360 Sport on Trust TV. Olawale Peters has been the one talking. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Adeni.
That smile shows that you're a Chelsea fan. Well, good one there. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Sport is always business and fitness. Thanks for watching.